again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored. And, definitely hope the same for you. So if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning to my growing, extended, beautiful family, just thank you. Being able to know that we all can relate in some kind of way, which is very amazing to know that all the things that we're going through on our spiritual path, we are not alone. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you are comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very uplifting to you, give you good vibes, good inspiration, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment and need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, or just needing spiritual guidance, please share. While you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music that I'm listening to in the background is called New. Receive unexpected money in 24 hours, or money flows to you. Music to attract money. Shoot, who don't need extra money in their life? Go ahead and put those vibes up, and hopefully it'll flow towards you and help you out in any way you need it for it to be possible. So the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101, Heyoka's emotional breakup, walking away from how you used to be. It's just like change is inevitable. It's a must. But a lot of times it's not, it's hard to do. So especially if you're so used to doing things a certain way, if you're healing a certain way, um, if you're getting through to get work done for yourself in a certain way, those you can't use old routine on new situations. You can't. We have to find different ways to know that the old way of doing things and how we view things, how we respond, how we focus, was needed at that point in time. Now it's a whole new, this whole new era. You have to allow yourself to, know, okay, it might have worked, on certain things that I've had to deal with in my prior life, or, whether it was in the past or whatever, but it's no longer working for me now. I'm proud of myself and all the progress I've made. You should be proud of yourself as well, which I'm happy for you as well, because there's a lot of people that I've been connected to for a while, and they're telling me about the things that are readjusting in their life, how they're allowing themselves to heal from things that has happened to them in their current life as well as their childhood. It takes a lot to do that, and a lot of times we don't give ourselves that credit that we need to know that you are powerful. You deserve everything that's coming in your life. You're worthy of everything that, is trying to come into your life that will uplift you in many ways. Being able to see the things that has taken place can no longer affect you in that way unless you allow it to. Being able to stand aside and not be able to block the progress of our process, or a process of our progress, wherever you want to see it, however you want to see it. We go through a lot of things, being able, a lot of times we feel like we haven't changed that much, but allow yourself to look at certain parts of your life in the past that impacted your life in a very negative way or a very positive way. you know um Allow yourself to see how you used to deal with those things when it has impacted your life. A lot of times, things that impacted our life, and I used to be quick to walk away. If it seemed too hard, I was like, oh, it just must not be for me because this is too hard to do. This is too hard to get to. And I used to walk away, or I would part ways, when it comes from things, shoot, when it came for the truth, I used to haul butt. It's just like if you're in a horror movie and you see that, that you see something coming, you ain't going to be saying, okay, well, let me just see if this is, if this is the people that's trying to kill me, or is this somebody that is trying to run from whatever's chasing us to? You just going to allow your butt to run. And now it's just that point where there's certain situation that has occurred in my life. I've came to terms with it. And there are certain things I wanted to haul butt from because I got tired of dealing with it, got tired of seeing certain things, allowing myself to, be triggered by a lot of things. But then when I allowed myself to see what these situations were teaching me, what I need to know about myself when it came to certain situations and how I viewed them, what I need to learn that from that situation, I appreciated on all levels. Even though it might have been a painful situation, but allowed me to grow where I need to grow, allow myself to love myself in certain ways, allow myself not to be taken advantage of, putting up safe boundaries. I mean, safe and healthy boundaries, allowing myself not to be disrespected, not keeping people in my life that where those vibes of unsurety, or they're cloaking something um that was going to keep me in a place that I didn't really need to be in. I'm not allowing myself to get mad about certain situations or certain people that I've connected to that has deceived me in some way. It's just the fact is, anybody you meet new, it can go either way. There could be if it's a friend or a companion, or it could be a future partner. Everything happens for a reason. People come into connection with us all the time for a valuable reason. Being able to appreciate all those experiences of what it taught us, whether it was good or bad, but those are the things that you allow yourself to grow, because a lot of times, I be mad as I don't know what, like I've said before, it could have been somebody that passed away and I'll still be holding a grudge from them, and I was just that type of person. They were like, God, dog, Roslynn, they can't do nothing now, they're dead. I don't care. If I could sit up here and hit them another foot down, shoot, I'll do that. And they were like, Roslyn, that's messed up. Me now, it's like, if I don't have anything nice to say, I just don't say it at all. Not allowing myself to stay focused on something if it's irrelevant. Not allowing myself to be triggered when other people are showing their darkness of how they feel about themselves, where they're trying to reflect it towards me. Not allowing myself to take it personal, even though it's happening to me, it's not about me. A lot of people do certain things in their life where, like I've said before, people mock or think it's funny when people are down on their luck, or certain things happen to them that they don't want to see them transpire, they don't want to see them happy. That doesn't say anything about you. That says a lot about them. I don't get a kick out of seeing somebody having misfortune in their life. Now, I was that type of person. When you get so ugly with me and you keep doing things that's very spiteful or whatever, and it just happens to you, I'm just like, well, I saw that coming, and try not to laugh. I ain't even gonna lie, I try not to laugh, and I'll be like, "Ooh, don't do that." Don't do that. That's so wrong. Even though that person's like, damn it, you had it coming, and it's been like that for me certain times. And, there are certain times where things got out of hand, but I was that type of person that, I'll give you that fair warning, but I'm not going to keep repeating myself, because if I have to keep repeating myself, it's going to be an action behind what I had to repeat that third time, because after that third time, that's it. That's it. It's on and popping. But now it's just like I allow myself to walk away, because I'm not going to allow somebody's ignorance to pull me out of character. I've been that way. There's times here that I've had people say stupid stuff to me, and I came out of character for them. I think the last time I had to do that is when I made that video about Heyoka's reflecting on the doubters or something like that. Because how people were saying ignorant stuff to me, saying a black person couldn't be a black female out of all things could not be a Heyoka, or you're just straight black. I'm like, number one, nobody's not straight anything. We're all connected. So we got a little bit of all of us in each other. It's like, what are you, the Crayola? I hate it when when you got to do those census tests on certain things. What nationality are you? Spiritual being in a human experience. That's all you need to know. Because it's like, you go all the way back towards wherever your civilization of ancestors are. They're not all whatever you are right now. You're a mixture of everything that came across that line, you know. And it's just a lot of things that has transpired in my life where, a lot of times I just, when it comes to, like I've said before, when it comes to like certain comments that I had, when I felt like it needed to be addressed, because I got tired of people assuming me. Number one, I did not pick a Heyoka path to go on my life. I was having the dreams of, being on reservations and talking to Native American chiefs and stuff like that, about the way our family was at the beginning, and what my duty is towards this purpose, and what I had to do as the come up in my, my mission. I did what I was instructed to do. There's nothing, I don't disrespect nobody's nationality, what they do, what kind of religions y'all have, or whatever. I just respect that. I'm a spiritual person. I do believe in God and a higher being within the world. I don't push my religion. I don't have a religion, but what I'm saying, I don't push that on anybody. Now, if I got something I want to say within my video, I'm going to take it for what it's worth, and you can do whatever you want with it. I'm just, the messenger. I'm just saying what was, I was pushed to say. So, it is all about your truth. It's about how you view your life in this present sense. You can't worry about what the future holds. Even though we do, damn, like, I wonder how this is going to fall. How is it going to take place in my life? They send you signs all the time telling you, to allow yourself to part ways and let go um, of the old, so you can allow yourself to make room for the new. New doors are opening for you. When one door closes, a window as well as a door comes open. Those things are about to open for you that no man can shut. Allowing yourself to let growth come into that process and trust the process. Allowing yourself to know you can't do things like you used to. It might have got stuff done then, but now it's just a whole new, this is a whole new game. You have to allow yourself to really, like, go with the flow at times. You got to roll with the punches on everything that you're being taught. Being able to value and take for granted from everything that is, life is teaching you about people, about yourself, about your surroundings, about your spirituality, about your gifts, because, we're all learning about ourselves in a deeper level, spiritual level. There's a lot of new people that are coming towards me and saying, I just found out about this, or I'm allowing myself to open up and find out about this, and it's just, and they have, and I can feel the energy of being overwhelmed with happiness that they found people that they can connect with here. I love our family. I love our fan base, whether fam base, I don't say fan base, but fan base, how we're all connected. We might not agree on everything, but I allow you to go ahead and voice your views on how you see things. That's fine. I learn things off of you as you learn things off of me. And that's very, I don't allow no ignorance here. I don't allow no bullying when I feel like it, um, I say what I say. I try not to use so many bad words, but I said it's just like out of respect. I just don't say the real, the C words and the MF words and stuff like that. Even when I'm having my posts, it might be funny, but I know way YouTube is cracking down, about COPA, whatever that is. I just try to be very uh, professional. And you can say that, say certain things. I say an ass every now and then, or damn every once in a while. But I just try to be respectful. I don't need no marks coming down on me about different things that's on there. They even got it on the guidelines when you leave messages. Be very respectable, when dropping comments and stuff like that. But when I look at my life and see how it has evolved, I still got a long way to go. But I'm nowhere near where I was when I first started. I'm nowhere near where I first started. I'm proud of the decisions I made. I'm proud that I allowed myself to use my strength to walk away from people as well as situations that were not serving me, that was more toxic or just really negative, and it could have had me really at a low frequency that was undeserving to me. It wouldn't be fair to myself, allow myself to be stuck in that low frequency when there are so many things to be grateful for. There's so many blessings. And at times when you're going through stressful situations, it's hard to see the positive changes that are taking place. But it's all about how you choose to look at the change that is taking place in your life. Yeah, it might have you in the dark right now, or you might be going through some really serious stuff at that point in time. And no, I understand, because there are some people I'm connecting with that are not in homes. They're, living on the street, which is very hurtful. And it's just like, dang, I wish I had something to be able to help them off of that, because I've never been in that point. I've been very close at times, but with the universe see fit, it didn't happen that way. At times I had to do what it took to make sacrifices for me and my children. I'm blessed that, they've been raised up, you know, not repeating history with me, dropping out of school, having babies before they were out of high school, all those different things. I'm very proud that my children didn't fall behind, the things that I was pressed of, because that was like a second generation. My mom had me at 16. I had my oldest daughter at 16. So, it's just all the changes that are taking place in my life, trying not to be, abusive with my words, not being verbally abusive or mentally abusive, being very discerned and mindful about what I project, not try to talk out of anger. I have to calm myself down at times, but sometimes if you keep poking at that, it's like if you keep knocking on the door, knocking on the devil's door, one of these days you're going to answer it. So I just try to say, hey, don't push it. Don't push it. Leave me alone. I'm just, hey. Mm-mm. All about respect, but I allowed myself to let those changes take place. And I'm very fortunate. I'm very grateful about it. Yeah, there are certain situations in my life I would really wish I could just cut cords on it, but I know it will end when universe says it ends. I'm allowing myself to take note, allowing myself to, even know when I get emotional at times, because it just seems like, you know how you can go through something and it has a chain reaction of things happening back to back to back. And you're like, what the hell else can it get any worse? And as soon as you say get any worse, and it's just the vibrations you already taken in and pushing out from the last two or three things that just not happened, brought another caseload in of, negative, unfortunate events, so, but I had to really allow myself to just, heal myself and come to terms with a lot of things. That's why yesterday, having these emotional, traumatic, visions, and that's been going on and off for the last few days, and your gift is getting stronger, so it's opening up, because it's like I was working out like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, talking to one of my soul sisters that's across waters, like in a different continent, telling her about things, and sending news and stuff that she needed to know, as well as my other friend that's on the other side, and I'm just like, hey, not trying to, text you at this time because I didn't know what time it is where she is. But I was like, hey, my apologies, but hey, I'm just trying to send this message to you while still fresh in my head. And it's a blessing that I'm able to do that, because it's just like some people, ask me, how are you able to, you got that clairvoyance or clairaudience, whatever it is, how are you able to see? I said, it seems like a little movie reel in the middle of my head. And it's just like, it shows me little snippets that they want to show me, or something that they know. There's no way of me knowing, but they'll know what I'm talking about when I tell it to them. It's very much a blessing. I've helped out so many people that way. Certain people I'm still in touch with, and certain people I had to cut ties with, along the way. But other than that, I mean, no matter what has happened, I always cherished it because it taught me a lot. It gave me that knowledge of value that I can take along myself. I've learned a lot of things from certain situations, learn myself to teach myself through certain things that I placed in my life because of decisions I made or things that I've said. So I'm being very mindful of the actions that I partake in or what I push out. That's why if I say something here, I don't want anybody to ever misconstrue what I say, even though people will, filter it out to their, their line of perception. I just want to make myself clear, because I know there's a lot of YouTubers on here to get a lot of, feedback that's not positive because of the things they said or the things they're done, or the things that they push themselves towards to have attention, but it end up backfiring and, bringing drama more than, that wasn't something they were trying to do. So I just try to be to where I'm not being misconstrued in any kind of way. I always tell people all the time, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody or anything like that. I even had people talking about, well, I'm a Heyoka and I'm from the Lakota tribe and da 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 da. I'm like, look, you know what? You see your views, I see mine. I said, you trying to tell me this doesn't go that way? This wasn't what's taught to me. I mean, I was guided toward this, not the other way around. I didn't ask for this. It's like, doing the wheel of fortune and trying to tell me, hey, I want to be from Alaska today. I want to be an Eskimo. Oh, okay. Well, I want to do this. I want to, it's not something like that. I just got guided towards it, but then it allowed me to really see when this has taken place in my life, it allowed me to go down memory lane on certain things that has transpired into my life that showed me this was going to be something I was going to do in my future. You know, what I engaged in, what was my interest in certain, cultures, growing up, the things that I love to do, subjects that I took in school that I truly enjoyed, and always was the first person to have a hand up and want to discuss something, and then it allowed me to see like, dang, this was always showing me what my purpose was going to be later on in life. Because now from where I'm at now and seeing everything that you know has taken place in my life, it made me emotional, then it made me happy, and there are certain parts that make me laugh. I try to find the things humorous in certain things so I can allow myself to get out that dark place when I'm in my emotions. Still learning, still growing, ascending is all well, and just being proud of the things that I'm being taught through the collective, or spirit guides, whatever, and as well as from you. There's a lot of times, when I talk to people on Messenger, my brothers and sisters send me so many things that I can truly appreciate, stuff that I can learn from, because I learn new stuff every day. I got brothers and sisters all over the world that I truly cherish with all my heart. We all living in our lives, and trying to, understand and catch, catch up to where what we need to be taught within our lives about our gifts, about our spiritual, endeavors or whatever. And being able to share, different situations. I get messages, and it's just like being able to know that I got family in different places for all different backgrounds. I talk to people in Egypt, I talk to people in Russia, Poland, Iceland, uh, what the hell? Oh, sorry. That was the TV. I was like, it sounded like World War. But different stuff from that. Canada, what is it, Siberia, Iraq, you know, um, Israel, all that stuff, and just being able to know that it's just like we're being united. It makes me think about that vision I had a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago. It was a few months ago, where you just, I was all up in the galaxy and just, just floating above the planet. But then you just see all these warriors just popping up like bloop 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 bloop, and they were all from different nationalities, like some from South Africa, some from Germany, some from Paris, shoot, some from Asia, all these different places. And we were all banding together as one. And it was just like you see all these lights, but there were different color lights, as when it was pertaining to different people. And we were all holding hands and looking up as the lights are coming down on us, and was so beautiful. And just being able to see that, because I don't see color, I don't see nationalities. I love to be able to hear what do you do in your culture. Is this different over there than it is here? I used to do that when I worked at one of my jobs when I was living in the Midwest, and I worked on a military installation. So I met so many people, coming from all these different places. We would make jokes about a lot of things, and it was certain things, they trusted me, because they were they called them internationals. And they would come from overseas, and they were like, Roslynn, is this normal, this and this and that? Because I felt honored, because they were like, we only trust you because I know you keep it real. And I was like, why do people keep saying that's, before I really knew what, I really was? But there was a lot of things that, if I didn't feel comfortable with just asking anybody, because, if you ask something, you don't want nobody to take it the wrong way, or be offensive. Because it's like when I got transferred over to that building, is at 9/11, and I had a lot of different people over there, and it was like some that were different nationalities. And it's not the fact that I was like, being cautious, but we already had to be cautious anyway, since we were on a military installation. But there was a lot of people that were out there that was from certain places and stuff like that. And I'll be very respectable of all of them, but there are some of them that gave off them vibes that you were really like, oh hell no, let me just walk the other way, because I don't even like the looks you giving me. And it would be just one soldier from they called them the Saudi soldiers. And there was a captain that was from Egypt, and they were like right next door to each other. And it was like I always just wonder why one would give a bad attitude or look the other one. They were like, "Oh no, we clash." I'm like, "Are you serious? That's almost around the same place, isn't it?" I'm just learning. So I'm like, "Oh, dang, you want to see if I can sit up here and see if you can get a room change?" He said no because I was doing inspections through from the student dormitories. So he's like, "No, I really like you, and I trust you and stuff like that. So I know if I move, I might have to be with somebody else that I might not like." And I was just like, "Okay," but it was like so many people I've learned off of. I can appreciate. We have made jokes, all those different things. I would say some of the jokes we said, but I'm not trying to disrespect nobody because somebody might take it the wrong way. But I just learned so many things off of them, and they learned off of me. And when I think about it still, it just made me laugh at a lot of things that they used to say. And and it's just like with their accents, it was already funny because they would try to say stuff Americanized or whatever they call it. I'm like, "No, can't say it like that." And they were like, "I just wanted to say it just to say it," but no, no, don't do that. You trying a little bit too hard. But I miss them. I still had cards and stuff from them from when I had my job. When they left, it was very emotional because they said that either I was that mom that they needed when they were away because they were too far away to go home during the holidays. And I always used to make sure I gave all my students cards and stuff like that and give them some little knickknacks, for the holidays and stuff like that to show my appreciation to them. And I still kept all those things, my little keepsakes. And, there's sometimes I'll just go over them and get emotional because I knew that they held a special place in my heart. And it just reminds me of the things that I'm doing now that I truly enjoy. I'm knowing, I'm meeting other people in different, that has different cultures that are, they have a different walk of life. And being able to know the things that's going on in their lives, and some of them is kind of hard, especially in the certain places they are, is not really good there. And it makes me, my heart break because of the things they have to go through. And you never know what people's life experiences are, what has been exposed to them, what are the things that they've seen. That's why I'm very aggravated when they're always talking about war all the time and all the things that has to take place in life that that these soldiers are giving up for themselves. Stuff like that I used to get really pissed off about, especially if they get out the military and they can't even, if they came back and they didn't come back right, or they're missing a limb or something, and next thing they have to go through all these different changes. And they should be able to give them the same benefits as they give football players. Always felt that way. They should get paid about as much as them because they're giving up their life for these things. They might not come back, or they might not come back right as well. So I always respect all the things that goes on in life and what people sacrifice and what they try to do, for us as a country. So just being able to allow myself to see the things and the changes that has taken place in my life, and being able to appreciate every experience I went through, whether it was a negative or a positive, because it took something of value, a very important value that I can take along my way. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of my video. Would love to give a post notification shout out to Janika Jackson, as well as Melissa Hoffman and Raymond Rich. Much love to you as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So good to have you. Drop a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. Give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Um, I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible at everything you do. Know that you are truly loved, highly favored, and forever loved. There's always someone out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything you're trying to manifest into your reality comes 100 times more than what you asked for. And it comes so much sooner than you expected. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity vibes, words and frequencies. You never know. Those things can really take somebody a long way. And if you want to get in touch with me, but you don't feel comfortable with dropping a line here, but you would like to talk to me one-on-one, you can always find me on Facebook Messenger. If you send me a request, I'll stay connected with you on the Messenger, but I won't be accepting any friend requests. I've had too many bad experiences lately where people are asking for friend requests for negative situations, or trying to be nosy about certain things. I said, I just didn't want to cut off everything automatically because it's not fair to everybody else. So I said, okay, I can still be connected with you, but I don't have to request the main page because I'm not barely there anyway. But I will talk to y'all in my next video. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more video, and goes on for whatever tomorrow. I said I don't know if I'm gonna do any tomorrow because I know it's Super Bowl, I think. So I don't know if I'm gonna do any or not. But if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. So much love to you. I hope you have a blessed rest of your weekend, and relax and do whatever you need to do. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love. Peace. Be wild.